Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. Today we are continuing the journey of the Batman. This is the Batman Season 5, Episode 5, titled A Mirror Darkly. That's a weird combination of words for the title. A Mirror Darkly. It's just kind of strange. But regardless, I'm excited to get into this episode because this season has been pretty crazy. Of course, starting off with the two-parter with Superman, then we had the episode Green Arrow, and then last week's episode was Firefly, a villain that has appeared a couple of times, but he became another villain in a sense, even though he was still himself, but he absorbed radiation and named himself Phosphorus, and he was really dangerous, and essentially he wasn't going to blow up like a nuclear bomb, but he was basically going to implode or in some sort of way or melt down, and it was going to take out pretty much all of Gotham. That was kind of the theory. And on top of that, they introduced a woman who was infatuated by him, but then slowly over time she was like, I don't know, this is not working out like I thought, never. And of course her name was Dr. Blaze, like it's kind of like fire type, whatever, kind of going along with the whole phosphorus thing and all that. His powers are crazy, by the way, but seeing that dynamic of her slowly realizing, I don't know if I want to be with you and all that kind of stuff because you're changing or whatever, not just the powers, but just he's just not being, I guess, the person she started to really care for. I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing there, but interesting to add that to the mix. But on top of that, we got introduced to a new suit, which didn't last too long because it got destroyed part of during the fight. But he created a new suit to kind of help deal with radiation and deal with his new powers. But ultimately, it kind of failed because it broke apart. Half his face was showing and all that. But the suit was awesome, and I love the fact that he thought about that, you know, and he thought about, okay, I need to create a new suit, kind of how he created a new suit to go against Mr. Freeze for the first time. That completely white out suit. That was awesome. It was freaking amazing. So you'll see him kind of do like that with this villain, Phosphorus, Firefly, for a new suit was really, really cool. So I'm excited to get this episode. I'm curious to see what A Mirror Darkly, what that's referring to in this episode. So here we go, guys. Let's check it out now. The Batman Season 5, Episode 5. Let's go.
Working late?
We're gonna need to see your employee ID.
What? What is going on? Okay. Okay, this is too confusing. This is too confusing.
Which one do I clobber?
Yeah, well, exactly.
Batman?
No. Nope, nope. Ooh.
You sure you don't have a twin brother?
Let's
Hope
go.
not. I'm confused.
I tried to copy
Wow.
Crooks, but this guy has you down cold.
The other Batman is left-handed.
That's a new way to exit. Yeah.
I'm ready to knock Batman on his butt.
I mean,
You know.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Stay sharp.
What?
Flash?
Ooh. I don't think that's Flash. I don't know. That's not him.
Too slow.
This is cool. It's not him, though, but what's going on? Making small noises, but not speaking.
Something's not right.
Do you hear that?
Finally! I searched the whole city. It took me over an hour to find this.
Okay, this is actually Flash. Hey. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
When I vibrate my molecules, I create an energy field that allows me to pass through some
Oh, shit.
objects.
Thank you for the
How do we know you're
explanation.
not He's a mirror image.
Mirrors?
Just like the left.
Is this Mirror Master? Why did I think of it before? Is this Mirror Master?
His astral city calls himself Mirror Master.
Yeah. Oh my god. I didn't think about it sooner. I should have. I don't think it's amused with the fast TV.
There's nothing he can't do with mirrors.
It looks
That's how
like
he's
you
escaping.
discovered
That
a
makes
way to
sense.
Capture someone's reflection. and
Yeah.
turn it into...
So smooth and cool, like glass.
Well done.
What is he trying to do?
Only one more component and my specular trap will be complete.
18 run. It's about time. What kept you? There's
What
nothing to worry
kept
about,
ya?
guys. Everything looks...
The guard's hair is parted on the other side.
Where's Mirror Master?
Can't talk. Oh shit. Oh, that was crazy. Is that a bomb? Mirror versions of themselves. Oh shit.
A mirror me.
Careful. Right above you. Yeah. No?
Not bad. Do you practice in the mirror too?
Put your face in the mirror too. Oh shit. Oh, they're going in there too. This is crazy. I love it though. It's awesome. Oh.
Stop copying me.
Stop copying me. Oh,
So
you can talk. Okay.
So you can talk. I like to smell my feet. You like to smell your feet? Who's involved with that?
Oh, that was cool. It's such a unique way, like, them fighting themselves, so it makes it harder, you know? Oh, shit. Ooh! Thank God that was the mirror, Robin. Can you imagine? Shit. That was a brutal way to take out the mirror. Damn.
You're a long way from Central City.
I took the fast lane.
What was that?
Hold on.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Come on.
We're missing his motive. If we knew what he wanted,
just
we could
pacing.
figure out how he intends to get it.
It's a giant
Smoke, my
machine.
dear?
It's always giant machines with some of these villains.
Did someone forget to pay the electric bill?
Yeah, all across Gotham. No. What? So any reflection they're in at the moment when the thing hits, they get sucked in? Wow. Ooh!
Come, my dear, our prize
How do you undo
awaits.
it, though?
The only thing
Oh.
that awaits you is a prison cell. What are you planning? To rob the city blind?
Yeah,
In a way,
I think, yeah.
I plan
Oh.
to collect the richest 100 people.
Tell me how to reverse what you've done.
They won't. Oh. Damn. Now they're stuck in there. How are you gonna get out?
Where's your portal ray? He took it.
Oh, shit. Okay, that was smart. Okay. Oh, nice.
This should change things back.
They had a revert button. You know, if they really wanted to succeed, they shouldn't have had the revert button.
Good. Just checking.
It was an impulsive move. Something I learned from you.
Good. Good. Just in case. You never know. The title makes so much sense now because it was referring to Mirror Master, and the Flash showed up in this episode, and it was awesome. Now, what was interesting is that we got introduced to the Mirror Flash first in the episode, and it still wasn't clicking. I'm like, oh shit, Flash. But then I'm like, oh wait, he's actually fighting them, and he should know Bruce, so he shouldn't be fighting him. So what's going on here? And then of course the real Flash shows up, and he like, how'd you get in here? Robin's like, freaking out, how'd you get in here? He's like, oh, I could vibrate through stuff. Like, it's a very quick explanation, just in case people are unaware of Flash's abilities. Like, oh yeah, I run really fast, I can phase through things. So he gave a quick little rundown, and then he's like, it's Mirror Master. Like, okay, this makes sense, because the places that Mirror Master was going after in terms of the Mirror Batman, Mirror Flash, in terms of the mirrored copies were running around and getting stuff for him. It makes sense now because of the different places, like a lens place and like some sort of like mirror or something. Like, he was getting all these pieces, of course, like just like all the villains in this show. They seem to want to make giant objects for the most part. A lot of them just make giant objects and giant machines for whatever purpose. It's over the top, it's crazy, but it's comics, and that's just what they're pulling from, that kind of idea of how the villains are really over the top at times. So I really enjoyed the episode with the Flash being in the mix and having a villain that was very different, because we've had a variety of villains, of course, in terms of Batman villains throughout the run of the show, but to have a villain that was dealing in a very different type of like in terms of ability, because the mirror thing is interesting, because even though we kind of had a version where we had Poison Ivy creating plant versions of characters, where we had a plant version of Batman, Robin, Batgirl. Was there a version of Robin? No, it was before Robin. No, so it was a version of Batgirl. Sorry, I was thinking Robin for a second. Sorry. I'm tired as hell. I need to get more sleep. I'm going to start doing that for sure. I'm getting more sleep. But we had those like plant versions. In this, we had that giant fight in the second act, which was fantastic, between Batman, Mirror Batman, Flash, Mirror Flash, which is kind of weird to say that, Mirror Flash, but and Robin and Mirror Robin, and seeing the different ways they took their mirror version selves out, and to show that they're literally copying each other. And then what was really funny is that before, we had a bunch of versions of Mirror Master talking and the whole plan or whatever in the third act, and they kept shattering at different points and all that. we had Robin, the mirror Robin, actually talk and repeating back to Robin what he was saying, which was pretty funny. He's like, oh, wait, you can talk? Oh, wait, you can talk? That was a kind of funny moment. But just them fighting the mirror selves is really cool. I like how Flash in this, he talks fast and he's just like, he's like constantly like on the move. It seems like he just can't slow down. I'm wondering how long he's been as the Flash. Because I'm guessing he may be, in terms of years, maybe like Batman, who knows. But he seems to just be constantly on the move, and I like that his personality kind of fit that, and the fact that he's constantly eating. Like he like just ate the entirety of the plate that Alfred brought down, and then when he brought down seconds and they had to leave, he ate all of it. It's like, I hate to eat and run, but it's like, no, I think you like to eat and run, Barry. I don't think he actually said Barry in this episode. I'm assuming he was Barry Allen, but they didn't actually say it. It's like, oh, okay, because with Oliver Queen, Green Arrow, they made sure to say his name. We knew it was Clark Kent, Superman. Now, I'm assuming it was Barry Allen. Maybe the credits actually said Barry Allen. I didn't actually watch the credits, so maybe it does say Barry Allen. Because, I mean, I think some fans were actually confused when it was revealed in the Justice League animated series and Justice League Unlimited that it was Wally West and not Barry Allen that was the Flash of that show. So I'm assuming it was Barry Allen. But it was cool to see Mirror Master, and he had a pretty comic accurate like outfit, like his actual suit wear, which is pretty interesting. I think he said the name once. Whoever the woman was that was working with him, I don't remember her from the comics. Maybe she was somebody created for the show. Maybe I'm just forgetting something. It's like, oh, there's someone else there. Okay. I thought it was just Mirror Master. But that was interesting little addition. But I think what was kind of the coolest thing is they didn't really explain Batman and Flash and how long they kind of know each other. Of course, the whole Justice League thing at the end of season 4. But with Oliver Queen, we had more time for them to talk or whatever, and this was like, okay, we got to get moving. Like, because Oliver, I think the difference was Oliver was accusing Batman, Bruce Wayne, actually Bruce Wayne, because he didn't realize Bruce Wayne and Batman is one and the same until that episode. But he was accusing Bruce Wayne of being a part of, you know, all this stuff with Vertigo, right? Count Vertigo. So in this, we were already in the midst of dealing with Mirror Master and the mirror versions of Mirror Batman at the opening of the episode, which I'm like, wait a minute, is that Batman stealing stuff? Like, it's a mirror version who's constantly smirking, like with a weird smirk on the one side or whatever. It's kind of odd, but that showed the difference or whatever. But then the Mirror Flash. So we were kind of in the middle, so they really couldn't talk too much in terms of like, let's have more of a dynamic here. It's like, we gotta go. Like, we got shit going on. We got all these mirror versions running around. We have Mirror Master, who's now reflecting the entirety of Gotham. I'm like, his whole plan I thought was interesting because instead of him like, okay, I'm just gonna take over Gotham, I'm gonna rule Gotham, he was gonna kidnap the 100 most wealthy people in Gotham, and they're gonna have to pay me billions of dollars to set them free, or else I'm gonna break them into a billion pieces. I'm like, is that even possible? I guess it is, but okay. I forget what they called it, but the moment when Batman and Flash were pulled into the mirror, like, area or whatever, like, inside the mirror that he would use or whatever, and, like, it just kept on going forever, like, in a tower type setting. I forget, like, a photon or mirror, I forget what she called it, but she's like, hey, where's that thing at? And he's looking, like, what? And the Batman shoots the mirror, and then it opens up through the portal. I think it was like a portal device or whatever. He got it. He grabbed it off of Mirror Master just in case. And he's like, well, I think he said it was an impulse move or something like that. But he did that just in case. And that just goes to show how just on edge and how, you know, planned out a lot of the times Batman is. Because he's thinking, well, maybe I don't need that device that will open up the mirror in case I get sucked in, but just in case I do, because he literally just launched a cannon that swept across all of Gotham and was absorbing anybody who has some sort of reflection. They would be absorbed into said reflection like a mirror, and they're stuck in there. And it seems time stopped, because when everybody got reverted back after there's a revert button, which I want to talk about that in a second, the whole revert thing. Why would they have that on there? But when they revert back, the people that were like standing near like there's a bunch of windows, and when they were pulled back out when the revert happened, they started to move like as they were at the time when they got pulled in. And then when Robin and Alfred got pulled out, like, hey, where'd Batman go? Because no time passed for them. Like, they literally just continued on life when they got brought back. So they basically were stuck in time in the reflection. So the revert button thing. The revert button. I don't know why they had the revert button on it, on the machine. I'm guessing it was just in case one of them gets reflected by accident and they need to get them out. But when you hit the revert button, it reverted all of it. So I don't know why they would have that, because when Batman's like, to Mirror Master, how do you fix the machine? How do you reverse this? And he's like, ha 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 ha, laughing. Typical villain laugh. Like, haha, I'm not going to tell you, Batman. And I'm thinking, how are they going to fix this? Like, literally, when they got stuck in the mirror, I'm like, okay, how are they going to get the mirror? Because we're in the third act. How are they going to get out of the mirror? And then Batman, of course, stole the device to open up the portal to get through the mirror, which is great. Smart old Batman, of course he thought about all that stuff, just in case. You never know. So he took it. So, okay, now you're out. We're in the third act. How? Okay, you got that out of there so fast being thrown in. How are you going to revert this? Because he shouldn't have a revert button on the machine, and he did. So Mirror Master didn't think this through, but I think it was just in case him, or I forget her name, got pulled in by accident at some point and they needed to bring them out, but then how would you stop everybody else from getting out? Or maybe the revert was when you got all your money, or where you were going to be. I mean, literally, if they're all pulled in, if everybody pretty much in Gotham is pulled into the mirror, couldn't you just go steal the money without their permission? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like there were some faults to his plan. I don't think he thought all this through, but whatever. But I had a good time with the episode. It was cool to see Flash, to see them fighting a different villain than a Batman villain. I mean, literally, we fought a Green Arrow villain in episode 3. We fought, of course, Lex Luthor. We fought Metallo with the Superman two-parter. It was fun. It was fun to kind of see, you know, dealing with these different kind of villains that Batman normally wouldn't face, unless it's a Justice League type threat, which in this case, would Mirror Master be a Justice League threat? I don't think so, but in this instance, you know, hey, we had to go against Mirror Master and everything, and so thankfully Flash showed up. They really didn't explain. No, I think he said something about Batman called him or something, so he just showed up. But it was cool to see that character and to see how different he was, because of course I'm used to reading Flash in the comics. I'm used to, of course, Grant Gustin's Flash on the show. To kind of see a version of Flash here that was different than what I'm used to over these last years in terms of reading Flash comics, reading Flash, watching the Flash show and all that. It's kind of cool to see a little bit of a different version who's constantly on the run. He's constantly moving, and his personality is, you know, quirky, but that's just who Barry is. And yeah, it was good. It was good. It was good to see this. And I like the fact that, yeah, even though this season of the Batman is having these Justice League other heroes showing up, and it is making the season different. Obviously, last week's episode, we didn't have any Justice League members. It was just dealing with Firefly becoming Phosphorus and everything, and the new suit, which was really cool. I like the fact that we're getting these new heroes. It is making the show different in its last season, but I am enjoying that we're expanding upon what is on this Earth, because, yeah, you could have done 5 seasons of the Batman without any heroes. Maybe at the very end, you show the Justice League or something, and he joins, or at the very end of the show, and there's nothing else. But I like the fact that, hey, we're exploring more of what's on this Earth, because, I mean, with how crazy the villains have gotten in Gotham, you would think this is affecting other places. Like, there's other villains out there that are doing this kind of crazy shit in other cities, like Metropolis, like Central City, as it was referenced. So, yeah, I like the fact that we're exploring more, so it's good stuff. So, what do you think of the episode? I'm curious to know your thoughts. What do you think about Barry Allen and Mirror Master and all that kind of stuff? Whatever thoughts you have, guys, about the episode, let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to know your thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.